Chapter 2. Why the internet is the best business platform in history. If you tried to start a business 20 or 30 years ago, it was a completely different world. You needed money, often a lot of it. You needed connections, suppliers, and probably a bank that was willing to take a chance on you. You had to rent a shop or an office, buy stock, hire staff, and then figure out how to get people through the door. And even if you did everything right, there was still a good chance you'd be out of business within a year. Back then, the game was stacked in favor of people who already had resources, experience, or family connections in business. For the average person, it was a huge gamble and most simply couldn't afford to play. The internet changed all of that. In fact, it didn't just change the rules of business, it flipped the entire playing field upside down. Today, you can start a business with almost no money. You don't need to rent a physical space. You don't need to keep boxes of inventory piled up in your garage. You don't even need to live in a big city to be near customers or opportunities. All you need is an internet connection, a way to create or deliver something of value, and the willingness to learn how to get it in front of the right people. It sounds simple, and in many ways it is. But when you really stop and think about what that means, it's one of the most profound shifts in the history of business. The first reason the internet is the best business platform in history is reach. Before, you could only sell to people in your local area, unless you somehow had the resources to expand nationally or internationally. Now, you can reach customers anywhere in the world from the moment you launch. You could be sitting in a small apartment in Finland and sell a course to someone in California, a physical product to someone in Australia, and a digital download to someone in India, all in the same day. Geography used to be one of the biggest barriers in business, but online, it's practically irrelevant. The second reason is costs. The overhead of running an online business can be tiny compared to a traditional one. There's no rent for a storefront, no utilities for a warehouse, no need to hire a big team just to keep the doors open. You can start with free or low-cost tools. Even a basic social media profile can be the foundation for a real business. Many people begin with nothing more than their phone and a few hours of spare time. That low barrier to entry doesn't just make it easier to start, it also makes it less risky. If something doesn't work out, you haven't sunk your life savings into a lease or an expensive equipment. If something doesn't work out, you haven't sunk your life savings into a lease or expensive equipment. You can simply pivot and try again. Another major advantage is automation. In a traditional business, you or your employees have to be physically present to make sales, serve customers, or produce goods. Online, a lot of that can be automated. A website can process payments while you sleep. An email sequence can nurture leads and generate sales without you lifting a finger. Digital products can be delivered instantly without you packing a single box. Even physical product businesses can automate large parts of their operations through dropshipping, fulfillment centers, and third-party logistics providers. This means your earning potential is no longer tied directly to the number of hours you personally work. Then there's scalability. In a physical business, if you want to serve more customers, you often have to hire more people, buy more equipment, or move to a bigger location. Online, scaling can be as simple as sending more traffic to your website or increasing your ad spend. If you're selling a digital product, you can go from selling 10 copies a week to 10,000 without adding much, if any, extra costs. The same applies to services that can be delivered remotely. Once your systems are in place, taking on more clients or customers becomes far easier in the offline world. And we can't forget the power of global trends and platforms. In the offline world, you had to fight hard to get your business noticed. Online, you can ride the wave of trends and viral moments that spread across the internet. Social media platforms, marketplaces, and search engines can deliver traffic to you if you learn how to work with their algorithms. Sometimes, one good piece of content or one viral post can give you more exposure in a day than a traditional store would get in a year. That doesn't mean success is random. It means the opportunities for exposure are much bigger than they used to be. One of the most underrated aspects of online business is flexibility. You're not tied to one place or one schedule. You can work from anywhere with an internet connection. You can set your own hours, take your business with you when you travel, and design your work around your life instead of the other way around. This isn't just about freedom for the sake of it. It also means you can keep running your business through life changes, relocations, or even global events that would shut down a traditional storefront. But maybe the most powerful thing about the internet as a business platform is the way it rewards individuals who understand value and attention. You don't have to be the biggest, the oldest, or the most established to win. You just have to understand your audience, offer them something they truly want, and make it easy for them to say yes. The tools that allow you to do this, websites, emails, social media, payment processors, are available to anyone. That kind of democratization of business has never existed before in human history. This is why so many million-dollar businesses today were started by people working from home with nothing more than a laptop. The internet removes so many of the traditional barriers that used to keep people from even trying. Of course, that also means there's more competition because the same low barriers apply to everyone else too. But competition is only a problem if you're doing exactly what everyone else is doing. The internet moves quickly and new opportunities pop up constantly. If you understand the fundamentals of creating and delivering value and you're willing to adapt, you can stay ahead of the curve. The truth is, the internet isn't just a good place to start a business. It's the best place in history. It's faster, cheaper, and more accessible than any platform that came before it. It's a level playing field where creativity, problem solving, and persistence matter more than money or connections. The only question is whether you are going to take advantage of it or let someone else grab the opportunities that are out there right now.